Hello everyone and welcome to the 360 home screen. Today it is time for Dead Space 3. Now, I got a message from Xbox a while ago saying that the 360 marketplace would be going down in, said July, I want to say it was. So I did a bit of shopping. Like I bought DMC games and some other stuff. There's also the fact that there are some games I wanted that have been delisted from the 360 store for some time, so I had to resort to good old eBay for those. I don't want to get too off topic. We're here for Dead Space 3. Now, I do have some things to say before we boot up the game. I know this game is the least popular and not the most liked in the series because it went down a more generic 3D action adventure kind of game. And a lot of the horror elements trying to scare the player kind of been dropped, or at least aren't as prevalent. I know why this is done. It's because EA kind of said we weren't happy with the sales of Dead Space 2, and they wanted something that's more uh, reaches a broader audience, which I get it, but you're also taking a series that has established itself with horror elements and stripping it of that. So it's like you're not expanding, you're alienating the Dead Space fans, and I don't know how many new people it really brought in. I don't really feel like you're expanding. Like you're not really expanding because you're kind of ditching the your dedicated fans, and then I don't know. It might feel weird for a newcomer to jump in with the third game, right? So I would just want to say I'm going into this with a more positive mindset because the thing is, Visceral has shown they are a talented company, and even though, and yes, I know they are no longer around anymore. They have been. I think they did a Battlefield Hardline after Dead Space 3, and then I think after that they got dissolved. Um, I know or Visceral has shown that they're a talented studio, though, and even though that they were forced to make a game they didn't really want to make, that doesn't mean it's bad. Sometimes it is just the title of that game that can kind of drag it down because people have those expectations, and to me, those expectations are totally fair. Because the series has established itself with these core identities and you've taken a lot of that away. So I'm going into this with a positive mindset and trying to not look at it as much. I mean, I'm still gonna also be like yes, this is a Dead Space game, but I don't want this to be like super negative. I want to try and find the positives in this. Now, I've also made some slight adjustments to audio stuff because I was talking to Antifreeze, who I have to honestly thank you, man, for watching my stuff. It's been really nice just having a constant, like seeing messages to respond to read. It means a lot. And I reached out to him on Discord just to ask, like, hey, is there anything you can think I could do a little better? And I, he he definitely gave me some stuff that I myself was like, yes, those need to be changed, fixed. So I've known that my videos have generally been on the quieter side. I hope there's no bleed through from my headphones to the mic. There shouldn't be. Um, my videos have generally been on the quieter side, even with like volume up and earbuds on. So I've messed with the sound a little bit to try and boost it up. Hopefully, and I know the mic says it's peaking quite a bit, but it's not too bad. So hopefully things are just a little louder, a little easier to understand. Ah, yes. Oh, yes, right. I agree. Thank you for flying Dead Space Siege. Show appreciation. Flying Cracker Plasma Cutter has been spotted to your safe. Okay. As I say, I don't know what this online stuff is. I don't even know if the online stuff is even still online for this game. Does this game have like a multiplayer kind of thing? I know there's co-op campaign, and that's another thing I need to touch on. But before I say that, the other thing too is I'm gonna try and make sure I have subtitles on more often. Personally, I tend to keep them off because I find myself it's easier to get more immersed in the game if they're off. But I realize for YouTube playthroughs, let's plays, whatever, it is more beneficial to have them on for people. So I will be. Let's actually go look in the settings right now. This menu is pretty cool too, I have to say. Connect speed. Oh yeah, I think this game had some of those voice command stuff. I have no idea what the retro setting is. There, subtitles on. Okay, so about the co-op campaign. I know this game has it, and I believe the person I watched play it back in the day played it with a buddy. And based on talking with a coworker, a friend at work, he said there's like a whole side quest that you can only do in co-op. So regardless of say, probably missing on some stuff. This game is a little like I also know there's side quest stuff in this, and like the whole thing he told me is like there's like an hour-long side quest or whatever, but that you can only do if you're doing co-op. So regardless of say, I'm going to be missing out on some stuff here because I'm in this position where I feel like I'm in a Vero, that's not a word. I don't know how to word this. A Vero. Stop saying that. Very, narrow. Those are the words I was combining. Narrow and very. Were like, there's not a lot of people that I feel are digging out their 360s. Not that I ever put mine away, but that have like their 360s and are paying for live and that are like would have Dead Space 3 and want to do a co-op campaign. This is like the kind of thing where I'm just in this very I don't even know how to put it. I'm in my own corner, as it were, right? Or I'm doing things in a way that's like also other I don't know, those names don't look familiar to me. They don't look like ones off my friends list. But there's no one I really know that still plays or has a 360 that would have Dead Space 3 and be willing to play co-op campaign with me. If the chance ever arises, I would love, and they're willing to do a co-op playthrough on YouTube, I will absolutely try and plan that out. But for this will just be the solo campaign experience. Won't be co-op. Oh, there's one. I definitely know that name. Only 48 enemies. I'm disappointed in you, Spec Ops Ghost. That's actually one of my cousins. There's also DLC. We'll get to that. A few things I've almost forgotten about. So, thank you, Nicoreda. They made the Protogen model. Thank you, Okkura did the VRM work. Again, they are on hiatus. They're gone right now. And thank you, Main Monkey Funky, for the ODST armor. As for the date, it is May 14th, 2024. Honestly, I'm starting this like a little later than I wanted to because I want to get this done before the remake remaster of TTYD comes out, the Paper Mario House in Your Door. And considering I have the full game and the DLC to get through, next weekend I have to pretty much just... I'm gonna have to play this pretty hard next weekend. Granted, this shouldn't be too long of a game. Boost that up just a little bit. I like that, the health meter.
It all started 300 years ago with the discovery of the Black Marker, an alien artifact found under the old Gulf of Mexico on Earth. It seemed to hold the promise of limitless energy until it produced dementia, insanity, and a twisted life after death known as necromorphs. The details of the original Black Marker disaster were buried in cover-ups and conspiracies, but not before an entire religion could be launched in the name of one of its researchers, Michael Altman. His questionable death turned him into a martyr, and unitology was born. To this day, it thrives. A secretive organization that believes the markers are divine, and their plan for us, a glorious unity of mind, body, and spirit. Generations after the Black Marker disaster, mankind found himself going extinct from lack of resources. Desperate, he sought to replicate the Black Marker in an attempt to harness its limitless energies for himself. The records of this era are unclear, but we now know the replication was successful, but the cost too high. The marker copies were all buried, hidden in secret places across the universe where, to all our benefit, they might have stayed. But 200 years later, during an illegal mining operation on Aegis 7, the planet cracker USG Ishimura unearthed one of the forgotten copies, a red marker, and with it, the start of a new wave of marker infections. A key survivor of that incident was an engineer named Isaac Clarke. That marker spoke to him and left him with a gift, a mental blueprint of the marker itself.
I didn't need to read that.
Isaac was captured and tortured by EarthGov, his mind harvested for the marker's secrets. The marker program was thus restarted, and a new one built on the populous Titan sprawl. The disaster quickly followed. He managed to escape, but just barely. There was nothing left but dust, just like Aegis 7. Since that time, the marker crisis has only deepened, and Isaac Clarke, his marker-touch mind still burning with the ability to build or destroy them, stays in hiding, determined to retreat from the markers and all they have wrought. But there is hope. A backwater ice ball of a planet, where 200 years ago, someone, somehow stopped a marker uprising in its tracks. A clue from the past that may save our future.
VC face, please don't do that.
Alpha Niner, this is Whiskey 250. Come on. Alpha Niner, this is Whiskey 250. Serrano, do you read me?
Tim! Oh, thank God! Did you find it?
Find it. Doc, I'm not even sure what we're looking for.
Just follow the waypoint I sent you. I can't tell you anymore. Just get there. Do you hear me? You have to get there.
What?
Oh, it's lost.
What? Dang it!
What if there's something over here? Nah, there's. So I also know that snow environments are a big part of this game. Which, I'm...
Okay, Tim. You can do this. Oh, he's dependent on you. You're a soldier, right? Right. Gun's not even loaded.
Which I'm a pretty big fan of. I always have a soft spot for snow environments. Does this game also have it does.
Oh no. Hey, Doc, I found it.
Good. Can you get inside?
It's all sealed up.
Look around. There must be a way.
Finally, some ammunition.
He's actually backing up away from me. He's like, I don't want to get stomped on.
Good. Looking, you're looking for still in about half a meter from long. Do you see it?
Oh god, that that audio. Dude, stop screaming.
I got it. Doc, I got it.
Tim, where are you?
Hey, Doc, I'm hanging from a cliff. But I got whatever this is.
The codex! It's the key to saving everything! Meet me at the silo and don't stop for anyone!
Safe to say this guy's not having a very good day.
Fine young soldiers, every one of them.
General Mahad, sir.
Where's Dr. Serrano?
Earl Serrano, always the optimist.
Well, he said I should take this into the city. He said there's still time to stop it, sir. There's still time.
We lost control! And now, for the love of Earth and the sovereign colonies, we've got to do what's right. You love the Earth, son? Your mom and dad?
Yes, sir, of course.
Good. Glad to hear that.
Stranger in a strange land.